What the heck is going on with our pudding? So we have flat meringues,
runny,
not fluffy
runny pudding.
cream, runny pudding.
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Ozzie and Stephanie here again, and today we're gonna be making Blackberry and Lemon Eton Mess. It looks delicious, but at the same time, we started to realize that some of the ingredients were very difficult to find.
Yeah, definitely. So for example, we needed to find lemon curd and we searched multiple grocery stores, and I know that I've seen it before. For some reason, we just couldn't see it. So we are making lemon pudding. That will just work.
Hopefully that's similar. I guess the only difference is it's more of a gelatinous versus a pudding type.
Right, but it should have essentially what this is it looks like it's just a very light, fruity, kind of like a summer dessert. I'm very excited because as you can see, there's not that many ingredients. One of the things that you're supposed to use are meringues, and we also couldn't find that. So Ozzie's going to try his hand at making them.
So we have some eggs, some lime, some vanilla, and sugar.
Sugar.
And I think that's how we're going to try to make our meringues. Hopefully we can do that and it comes out okay, but I don't really care.
No matter what, all of these ingredients together are gonna be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Even without the meringues, it's only a topping. I think it's gonna taste delicious.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get started.
Let's dive in.
All right, so I have our 2 eggs, and I'm going to take the egg whites, put it in a really cold bowl. I've heard that this is the best way to do it, is to take room temperature eggs. Oh my goodness, I hope I did not pop the yolk. And put it in a really cold bowl. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to do this until, whisk it until it's I don't know, almost,
right?
Yeah.
Now, I know that this is something that your mom makes a lot, so I'm definitely
I know, my mom makes
excited.
this a lot, and I love these. They're really fun, they taste amazing. All right, so now I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm gonna slowly add sugar towards the end of this once it actually starts to formulate some peaks here. Whew! I am dying here. This is much more difficult than I anticipated.
Okay, I am going to zest part of this lime into the blackberries.
I need a cup though.
Yes, we do. Because I need some lime juice for this too.
Good.
Oh, it already smells amazing. This is going to be an incredible dessert, and honestly, I think that we will make it again. That's incredible that it does that.
Yeah, look.
It peaks.
It peaks. I think now it is time to add the sugar. Now that this is peaking, I'm supposed to add 3/4 cups of sugar to this. So I'm gonna add it 1/4 at a time as it mixes in. And then that's pretty much it. Then I'll throw it in the oven. We're gonna try at 350 until it's golden brown.
All right, and I am going to make the JellO into our pretend lemon curd. We're gonna call it lemon pudding. So let me go ahead and get started on that.
After 4 days of churning this, it is finally starting to formulate.
That looks amazing.
I cannot tell you the amount of pain I am in. This is after a long morning at the gym. And this is no bueno
Feel
for
the
me.
burn.
Seriously. Wow, look at that.
A lot of whisking happening here.
I can't eat this. I wonder, do you guys think that it is okay to eat egg white when it's when
you're
in this
baking
form?
and you're just gonna lick a little bit, I think it's perfectly fine.
I don't think that's a good
When I was a kid,
idea.
I used to eat cookie batter all the time, and it was fine.
That sounds so bad for you.
I know, but it was
many
delicious. Okay, now I am whisking up. Woo! Try not to splash myself. I am whisking up the pudding for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to whisk the heavy cream. So this is just a whisking show here today.
I'm going to try now to pour our meringues. Oh my gosh.
Is it gonna stay peaked. You might have to like whip as you go to keep it peaked because that is flattening into a cookie.
It's a meringue cookie. It's okay, like.
I mean, technically the way that we're using the meringues in this recipe is we're actually crumbling them on top of the dessert and it'll just be a crunch. So it really doesn't matter what shape they are. If you get one with a good shape, then we just won't crumble that one.
Yeah, these are gonna be meringue cookies, I can tell already.
That's all right, that's what they're there for.
All right, so here are our fresh berries with the lime zest and the lime juice in it. Looks amazing. Stephanie right now is gonna be using the heavy cream, and good luck whisking because that was a nightmare for me.
Yeah, because this says to whisk to soft peaks too. Now this is already much creamier than your egg whites were, so I think that it will go better.
Yep, that is definitely different than what I was using.
So
I think that this is gonna taste really good. And then over here we have the pudding that is currently settling, and we're waiting for that to happen. Our flat meringue cookies, which I don't know what happened.
We're supposed to crumble them anyway, so it should be fine. As long as they're still airy, just watch them and see.
Yeah. It's not doing anything. Isn't there a recipe that like if you whisk the wrong way, it
doesn't make the whip fall?
Right. Is that
I would love to know that. Comment below if you know that. When you're whisking, are you supposed to always go in the same direction, or like what happens if you change it up?
Well, I got nothing else to do, guys.
We'll let you know when this is done. All right, so
we've been whisking for like
Ozzie switched the heavy cream to this bigger bowl and to aerate it more, and it is working. But then we just realized something. All right, guys, if you really wanted to do this the easy way, which would be under 5 minutes, here's the thing. This is heavy cream. We are whipping it.
So is it just whipped cream?
Is that not the same as just whipped cream? Now I know that that's not like Gordon Ramsay fancy, but
honestly, Cool Whip too.
Cool Whip.
100% the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like literally you could get berries, do the lime zest, lime juice thing on it, have some pudding, get some whipped cream, or we were even thinking Greek yogurt if you don't want it like that whippy, and then put the meringues on it. That would be delicious.
Yeah, this is way too much effort.
Because that would be a really nice dessert. But why are we whipping the cream ourselves? Because it's still like, it's thicker, but it's still soupy.
Yeah.
And then my pudding is not settling.
What the heck is going on with our pudding? So we have flat meringues, not fluffy
runny pudding.
Runny pudding.
Okay. We're gonna have to do a take 2 of this, I think, and do it like the actual, like everyday American way.
Do it the Ozzie and Stephanie way.
Yeah, like we're gonna get a little pudding cup.
No pudding cup.
We're gonna get a thing of whipped cream and we're gonna time ourselves, and we'll probably only take like 2 minutes to assemble. Get some little already done meringues. We're gonna do this.
I don't know where we find that because that was already hard to find. Whoa,
it's whipped! It's whipped! What? We're gonna have your mom make it. Okay, the meringues are like huge cookies. I need to show this.
Massive cookies.
All right, quick status update. Ozzie is whipping the third thing, which is the pudding. We have whipped the whipped cream, or whipped the heavy cream. Look at these meringues. It smells good, but they are literally like massive buns of meringue. All right, so Ozzie has put some of this pudding that won't set into the whipped cream, and it still is peaking. So I think we're just gonna put in as much as we can if it can maintain that texture, because honestly, I think that's gonna taste amazing. And maybe that's what would happen if it was actually lemon curd and not lemon pudding.
That's true, that is another. Okay, this is about as
maybe
much.
Stop, because and then whip it some more. Okay, go ahead and put that in here. I have a spoon. Oh my goodness, here.
All right.
You worked hard for that. You can put that in the bowl. And then we'll put the berries on top of that.
Wow.
Wow, that looks
okay.
amazing.
This actually is turning out.
You might want to. That one doesn't have as much as this one.
Oh, well, I was hoping I would eat that one.
No. Well, I'm planning on eating the big.
No.
You did work hard for it. So let's
Fine.
empty the rest of this bowl.
I will empty out.
This looks
It
fantastic.
tastes so good too.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
I cannot express how impressed I am of this. This was probably the most work I have ever done for any dessert in my entire life. But there's
Look how
the
similar that looks.
example, and just, I cannot believe it. Our bowls are just so good looking right now. I cannot wait to taste it. The combination of the flavors are probably gonna blow our minds. We'll show that in a second. All right.
All right, make sure that we get a little bit of lime, a little bit of everything in the one bite.
I cannot tell you how excited I am right now.
Okay.
Our first dessert from Gordon Ramsay. Cheers.
Cheers.
This will be good. That is so good. Going in for a second bite right off the bat.
Okay, let's describe it. So, the actual whipped heavy cream with that lime that we put in there, it has such a beautifully whipped but still creamy. Like, that sounds so silly, but like whipped but creamy flavor. Like, it's definitely more like lighter than a yogurt.
Yeah.
But you know.
It's weird. It is very much like whipped
it's like
cream.
A creamy whipped cream. It's
but
not
at the
quite as
same
airy.
time, that lemon pudding that we just kind of mixed in there.
It actually works nicely.
Works so well.
And then the
with
berry
it.
is nice and tart. You have the lime. Honestly, one of my favorite parts though is the lemon meringue. And we almost didn't do it. We were like, oh, maybe it's just a topping. But that crunch that you get from the meringue texture is fantastic.
It's so good. It's such a surprise, even though I didn't even show you guys what they look like.
Oh my goodness, you have to see these lemon meringues.
So
the most beautiful lemon meringues you ever did see.
They did not come out as
But
intended.
they have that nice like crunchy.
But they do have, it's perfect, and then in the middle it is like
I mean, that's my kind of
marshmallowy.
cookie. Like, we will eat them, don't you worry. So here's the thing, I would absolutely make this again. Probably would start, the main thing that I would change is starting with the whipped cream. And just see what that's like. But this texture is fantastic. So if you have the time, I guess it would work to do it like this. But definitely going to make this in the summer. Like,
This took
100%, absolutely.
way more time than we expected, only because we
Of
were
all the
making
whipping.
a lot of the ingredients
Right, if a
ourselves.
lot of, like, if the meringues and the pudding was already done,
Would have been like 5 minutes.
not bad at all. So definitely really like it. How much did this cost?
It was not expensive at all. I would say it was probably around the $10 to $12 mark.
Yeah, not bad. And I would say this only took us maybe, even with all the whipping, it probably took us like 15 minutes, I would say total, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Because we had so much whipping to do,
It
but
was
if
just
not, it would have definitely been under 5
extremely
minutes.
arm sore, but
Yes.
fun meal to make, absolutely delicious.
Cannot wait to eat the rest.
Yeah, thank
It
you guys
smells
so
good.
much for watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe. We look
Yes.
forward to talking to you soon again.
Yep. Take care. We're
See you
going to
guys.
continue going back through. Get Gordon Ramsay's Ramsay in 10, so subscribe to see the rest.